Are we live, man? Are we live? Now we're live, man. Little technical difficulties. I apologize. Little technical difficulties, man. What's going on with y'all? What's going on, man? It's been a little minute. It's been a tough little minute, man. It's been tough. We got anybody popping in here, man? I had to have this whole new live stream. I don't know what was going on with that other one. It was tough. It was tough. But what's good, man? If you're popping in, nice to see you. Appreciate you joining on this Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern time, man. If you don't know already, we do go live every single Wednesday, 8 p.m. for the most part. I do got little things going on here and there, but for the most part, I try to go live every single Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern time, man. Appreciate y'all for joining in. Lamar popping in, what's good, my guy? What's good? Appreciate you for joining in on the stream, man. If you're joining up, man, if you aren't subscribed, please subscribe down below. Y'all already know. Road to 10K still active. We're almost at 2K, actually. So we definitely turning up for that. It's good to have little dubs here and there on my channel when the Giants can't get a dub for nothing. That's just rough in general. Make sure if you're in here, man, say what's good. Say what's up in the chat, man. We're here to talk, vent things out, Q&A, all that good stuff, man. We're going to be on here for an hour or so. Definitely just want to chill with y'all, man. And what's going on with you guys? He said, we here, bro. Big Blue for life. Man, it is tough right now in these streets, but the real fans are showing out. The real fans are showing out for sure. Because everything was all sweet last year. Everything was all sweet when we were winning, and everyone wanted to jump on the bandwagon. But that's not the case no more, man. That is not the case. But what's going on, Lamar? How you doing, my guy? The Giants got a lot of fixing up to do, man. A lot of changes to happen, and when we're so optimistic, I talked about it in my other videos, man. If y'all haven't seen them already, but we're so optimistic on what's gonna happen this year, and then the year starts off the way it did. It's just a snowball effect. Like we can't break it for nothing. We cannot break it for anything. Sorry if I keep moving the mic, man. Sorry if I keep moving the mic, but the Giants team right now is in shambles, man. Our quarterback's hurt. Half the whole team is out here. Half the team is over here not practicing. Everyone's hurt. Nobody's going to play from what it looks like. I expect them to play. But we got Waller out with the groin. We got Andrew Thomas still out. Like, the situation's tough right now. Justin Pugh's back. Championship. Hey, man. I don't know. Maybe he's that missing piece. Nah, I'm kidding. We got to remember this man's coming off of a torn ACL at a very late age. But we need anything. Anything to change right now because this offensive line is bad. Make sure if you're in here, man, there's no reason we got a couple people in here. Only got one like, man. Like at the video. We try to push this content out there. We're trying to push this live stream out there. Ronnie was good. He said, hey, Juke, what's going on? Appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. Say what's up in the chat. If you're in the chat, say what's good. Definitely here to just chill out with y'all. Give me your take. Give me your opinions. Giants fans, all fans. Listen, we are all here together. Talk about our teams, man. Just talk about our teams. Vibe out. Enjoy the night overall, man. Appreciate y'all for joining in on this Wednesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern time once again. We got the Bills. If you're a Giants fan, man, we got the Bills coming up. And I'm just wondering why the NFL hasn't flexed out that game. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Like, there's no reason the Giants should be on primetime. And keep in mind, this is our fourth primetime game. This is going to be our sixth game, and 4 of them were primetime. So the national, everyone in the nation have seen us get our butt whooped. I'm tired of seeing it already. Tired for it. Thank God for Pugh. Hopefully Pugh can hold down something. It's better than McKeith and it's better than all these other things. Lyle Collins championship. Shoot. If you can't beat them, join them. Former Cowboys, offensive lineman. Listen, we need anything and everything we can get right now. We need anything and everything because this team is struggling. And I'd be lying to tell you if I didn't expect to be 1-4. Let's get that clear, right? I didn't expect to be 1-4. But I'm not even tripping about the record. I'm not worried about the 1-4. I'm worried about the way we're losing. And if you haven't seen my videos, that's what I've been touching on, man. We've been getting destroyed left and right. And is something that this Giants culture needs to stand up for, man. I'm not throwing no names out there because once again, I appreciate everyone that comments, but someone commented like pretty much calling me out as a fan, like, oh, we overreact, you know, blah blah, all these other things. It was on one of my videos, and I just want to know, y'all let me know, am I tripping? Am I bugging? Am I bugging for thinking that this Giants team needs to change things around and we shouldn't stand for this? Like, fans should definitely be mad at the whole situation that's going on. We got players like Evan Neal over here calling people, the fans, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter who it is or how they are, fans that root for you when you're good. You see Evan Neal over here calling them burger flippers, hot dog flippers. Who cares about them? Like, this team right now is like reeling. Like, it is reeling. And we're going to talk about certain players, certain additions that we can make, certain additions that have been made. And, of course, what we want to do is want to see how can we turn things around. How are we going to turn things around? But let me read up in the chat. We need leadership for sure, Ronnie. Appreciate you. I love your videos, man. I appreciate that so much, man. Takes a little bit out of my day, but that's all that matters. It's a setback, but we get it together. Listen, we need to all get it better. We need to all get it better, for sure. What up, y'all? No Mets, no Nets, no Jets. What's going on, bro? I love that. I love that name. That name's tough. Appreciate that. Lamar saying facts. Ronnie saying yes, sir, was good. Or yes, we got to get it rolling. Have to. Michael Johnson. Almost read it as Michael Jordan. Michael Johnson, Lyle Collins. He is signed. Not yet. I'm lying. He worked out for us, man. That's why you see him. He's possibly gonna be a signee. And if I'm the Giants, sign him. He's better than whatever. We gotta see how he reacts off of that after that injury, but he's better than what we got going on right now because it's the worst. The worst in the league. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care about any other numbers. The Giants' offensive line is the worst offensive line in the league. Hands down. Hands down. Omega, what's good, man? I saw you said you were going to be at work. Surprised you still tapped in, man. Appreciate you for joining in. Omega was good. He said, Danny sat out in practice today. Would you chance putting him in on Sunday? So, at this point, we have to kind of question where we headed as a team, right? It's tough to not be. I've been saying this on videos. I'm going to continue to say this, man. I am not talking about no draft. I'm not talking about no quarterback. I'm not talking about nothing. But we got to be realistic. Starting off 1-4, losing in the fashion that we've been losing, we need to at least carry what we can. If he's not healthy, let him sit out. Because are we going to beat the Bills even if we're fully healthy? Probably not. Let's be real. Before the season, I definitely thought we had a chance because last year we were able to do things with this team and able to compete against other teams. Right now, we're not even competing. We're not even competing right now. And I know the defense made it a little close in the Dolphins game, but man, I couldn't watch that offense. That offense is one of the worst. It's between them and the Patriots for worst in the league. Has to be. Has to be between them. So yeah, if it's me, if he's hurt, keep him out, man. Let him wait another week. The schedule starts to laying up a little bit. This first schedule was tough. Like I said, I definitely didn't expect to be 5-0 by this point. You know, I didn't expect us to have a great record, but I definitely expected us to fight. Losing these games that we've been losing, man, we're just not on the same talent level as these other teams. Not on the same talent level. But we got 9 people in the building, man. Appreciate y'all for joining in. Like up the stream. Say what's up in the chat, man. We just here talking, vibing, talking about anything. Anything you want to ask me, anything we want to talk about, that's what we're here for, man. Ronnie, I like your videos, but we have to be patient. We have a crazy schedule. For sure. I'm with you there, Ronnie. I appreciate the compliment once again. We do have a crazy schedule, but like I said, man, we can't get blown out by these teams the way we are. We can't even run an offense. We haven't scored a touchdown, and once again, the title of the stream is a venting live stream. We're here to vent. We're here to vent. So let me be honest here. We haven't scored a touchdown in the last 2 games. Back-to-back games. I saw a stat. It was like 18 days since we scored our last touchdown. That was against the 49ers. That is concerning. Especially against a Dolphins team that's their defense is not even all that. They have players. They have little stars here and there. But they're not, once again, this is what I said about Seattle. They are not the Cowboys. They are not the 49ers. I can be okay with getting being in the fashion that we did with them, which I still don't even feel good about. But we can't go out sad to the Seahawks. We can't not put a touchdown on the Seahawks defense. We can't not put a touchdown on the Dolphins defense. That shouldn't be acceptable, man. Lamar, I hit the panic button after week 1. You're not bugging. I appreciate you saying that, man. After week 1 is crazy, but week 1 was that crazy that you have to. You have to. After week 1, we got destroyed 40-0. Like, there's no coming back from that. In that game, in that first game, like, of course, sound the bells, sound the alarms. The best thing about that loss was that it only counts for 1, even though that week was probably the toughest week I've been as a Giants fan. The toughest week I've ever been as a Giants fan, man, was after week 1. So I'm with you on that, man. H2O was good. He said, "What's going on? What's good with you, man? Glad you were able to pop in." Ronnie said, "Practice squad." Shoot, our whole team looks like a practice squad team right now. Let me stop. I don't want to be so negative, man. I don't want to be that negative. All offseason, I was looking forward to how we're gonna play, and that's just how I feel, man. I was so happy going into the season because I'm like, hey, we're coming off of a year. We went to the playoffs, won a playoff game, added guys, and the team is just spiraling, man. It's interesting. I couldn't predict that this would happen. And now here we are, no Andrew Thomas, no Saquon Barkley, Daniel Jones is hurt. But we venting right now, man. We venting. This is what we here for. Y'all give me one thing. Give me one thing that, like, one group, or this could be position, coaching position. Give me one thing you're disappointed in. That's not the offensive line. I'm sorry, y'all. I know we can all point at it. We know what it is. Not the offensive line, one player, one position group, something that you're disappointed in. Let me know down in the chat, man. Zachary was good. He said, we can turn around like the Lions did last year, but I still have faith. We can turn around like the Lions did last year, but I still have faith in Dable and Shane. Real talk, this is the time to really show if who has faith and who doesn't. Who got faith and who does not. This is the time for it. I got faith tatted on me. I'm over here showing the guns on live. But I got faith tatted on me for a reason, man. I got faith. I always got faith with me. And that's why I felt like we were going to win all these games. I felt like there was a shot in every single game. But, yeah, man. I definitely think we still have a chance to turn around. The schedule lightens up, but we have to go on a run. And when I say a run, we have to go on a run. We need everyone back. We need everyone playing hard. We need everyone honing in on their things. And, yeah, man. Yeah. H2O 2021 all over again. Yeah, man. I don't even want to talk about that, man. I don't even want to talk about it, man. 2021 was tough. Outscored Omega was good. He said outscored at home 64-3. How fans supposed to feel after home performance like that? How can we feel? How are we supposed to feel, man? How are we supposed to feel witnessing things like that, bro? It's impossible. It's impossible for fans not to be mad. And then we got players coming out calling us hot dog flippers, burger flippers. Come on, man. Let's be real. Man. Y'all get paid millions of dollars to put up. Oh, man. It's tough. Lamar, he said, I'm on my deathbed with cancer. Damn, bro. I'm sorry to hear that. And my only hope was to watch the Giants be great. And this killing me. And that's killing me. This cancer is not going to kill me. The Giants are. Man, I'm sorry to hear that, bro. But listen, we got faith. We got faith, just like we talking about. I don't know who said it. I forgot who said it. But we got faith, man. So we not worried about that. And listen, the Giants should not be adding to your stress. Life is already stressful as it is, man. It sucks because us as fans, we take it like literally after that first game, after one of the losses, that whole week, the week is ruined. Like, you can't go to work and talk about these things anymore. Like, it literally messes with our whole weeks. So I'm glad I got a community that's fans like me. That take these losses personally. And when you stick your neck out for these type of players and these type of like teams, you want your return back. So I don't blame y'all, man. But Lamar, my prayers are with you, bro. And yeah, these Giants aren't gonna get the best out of you. I promise you. Zachary, we have to remember this is still a rebuild with a lot of new faces. This reminds me of the 2018 49ers. So I've seen a lot of people talking about this, right? Seen a lot of people talking about this being a rebuild. And I'm on board too. Like, we can't overlook the fact that this is only the second year into the rebuild. But I think with how year one went, when that was supposed to be a rebuild year and we won games, went into the playoffs, won a playoff game, I think we have to start looking at that. It's tough to say, but I think it's going to have to start looking at it as a fluke. I think we have to. It's hard for not to think about that because this team is just far. It's just far from what they were last year. So who knows, man? Was it matchups? Was it certain teams? Was it those type of differences that made that year happen? And we got 11 people in the building, man. Make sure you like up the stream. Say what's up in the chat, man. I'm replying to every single chat, not skipping a single one, man. So say what's up in the chat. Appreciate you for tuning in. Deception, what's going on? He says, sup, fellas. What's good, man? What's good? Anthony, he says, what's good, bro, by the way? What's good, Juke? It's crazy how everyone is saying trade away some of our good players for draft picks when we should trade away some draft picks for some good O-line vets. It's in a tough position, man. And I'm not going to blame either side, right? It's hard for me to say put on the team, trade everybody away. But at the same time, too, we got people that aren't going to be here next year. However you want to paint the picture, especially with us not being good right now. Leonard Williams is not going to be here next year. Adoree Jackson's not going to be here next year. Shoot, at this rate, Saquon Barkley's not going to be here next year. So when we have these things going on, man, when we got it rolling like this, it's hard to say, let's not trade anyone. You know, it's tough. It's tough to say that. So I'm on both sides of the coin. I definitely think giving up draft picks for O-line vets, I feel like we're still far away from just O-line. I'm seeing, it's tough. The O-line is just, it starts everything. So maybe if we addressed it better, it would be better. But tough position, man. It's a tough position. Ronnie says we can get better. Shoot, man. I don't think it can get worse. That's the real question. If there's no shot it can get worse, right? And we might be clipping this in a couple of weeks, but there's no shot it can get worse. No shot. H2O says, do you think Jones' contract was Mara influence? I'm seeing a lot of things about this now, obviously. Jones not being the player that we all wish he was going to be after signing him, the player that we paid for. Definitely people are thinking, did this front office really want him? But I think full on Joe Schoen had complete control in that process, and it's hard to say that Mara didn't play any influence in it, but at the same time too, I don't think Mara was the one hey, give him all the money, let's get it done. I don't think so. Now, a lot of us are Giants fans in here, so a lot of us happen to be Yankees fans as well. The way that they made that call for Aaron Judge and said whatever it is, get it done, I don't think that same thing happened for Daniel Jones. I don't see it. I don't see that being the same thing, man. So, yeah, I don't think he had too much influence in that. I don't think he did. Wraith, what's going on? He said, yo, Ski, what's going on, my guy? Appreciate you for typing in, man. Appreciate it. Lamar said, thanks, bro. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, man, for tuning in. We got 14 people. Man, it's just a Wednesday night at 8 p.m. We got 14 people in here, man. Appreciate y'all for joining in. Like up the stream. We only got 5 likes. Ain't no way it should be there, man. If you're watching, like up the stream. Say what's up in the chat. Come on now. Come on. Ronnie said amen to that. Let's go. Amen. Zachary, he says, we are slowly getting rid of Gettleman's guys, but I think it's for the better. We definitely already should have started phasing guys out. You did see a lot of Gettleman guys get contracts, but yeah, man, it definitely is a little bit of time to start moving on and letting these other players develop. It's hard to talk about. It's only 2 years in, y'all, but our expectations were all the way up here. They were all the way up here, and rightfully so. I think when you have the year you have, you make the trades you trade for. Isaiah Simmons, Darren Waller, signing Bobby Okereke, signing Paris Campbell. Paris Campbell has probably been the most disappointed player to me. Now, this offensive line is bad. I'm not even going to talk about the offensive line individually, and Evan Neal, oh my gosh. But nevertheless, Paris Campbell has been disappointing to me because I just felt like there's no way Paris Campbell cannot outperform what Richie James did last year. Am I wrong for thinking that? Paris Campbell should definitely be doing something else. Should be doing more. But that's one of the signings that I was so excited for. Because I was just like, man, we got him on a cheap deal. Coming off the best year of his career. First year he was fully healthy. Here we are, man. But that's just one of the few things and a lot of things that's been going wrong. in a lot of things. Ronnie said Glowinski needs to go. Shoot, Glowinski, Lemieux. I'm sorry, we're sorry McKeithen for youth, but McKeithen is not it right now either. We had 2 guys that we just called up from our practice squad play in that game last week to go protect Daniel Jones. That's how bad we are right now, man. Can't be that tough. Can't. Ain't no way, man. There ain't no way. But talking about the Bills, do I think we have a shot? Nah. I'm going to be honest. This is the first time, right? This is the first time that I'm looking at a matchup and thinking, I don't think the Giants can win this game. All year. Now, the 49ers, I understood the 49ers are the best team. And when I say this, the best team in the NFL right now. But I felt like they could have been had. I felt like we could have upset them. And the score wasn't that bad. The score really wasn't that bad. Now, looking at what happened with the Seahawks, looking at what happened with the Dolphins, I definitely didn't think we were going to lose to the Seahawks, and we did. But when it comes to this Bills game, man, this Bills team is just good. They lead the league in sacks, going against the worst offensive line. Shoot. Throw Tyrod Taylor out there. Might as well try it. See if you can get a different outcome, man. I was going to pull up this photo real quick. Let me see. Let me see if I can pull up this photo. It's actually pretty funny. I'm going to just pull it up myself. Hold on. I did not have this prepared, but I'm going to show it, man. I'm going to show it. Right here. Right here. And it's cutting out a little bit. I'm going to show it, though. We lost 12-30 to the 49ers, if you see this here, right? 10-42. This is the Cowboys. This is the Cowboys team that destroyed us. This is the Cowboys team that's the best in the league. I'm sorry. This is literally what we stooped down to, y'all. This is what we stooped down to. But my point is that we actually played a pretty tight game with them. So we're going to need close games like that, and we're going to need to come out with the W when it comes to these games, because it seems like the Bills, you just don't beat. You just don't beat out of nowhere. You just don't beat. Lamar says, no matter what the record is at the end, Daboll will still have his job if he doesn't say anything to the media that's detrimental like Judge did. Oh, yeah. That second to last week with what Judge said, that's what got him fired. The whole clown situation and the Neil situation and all that, that's what got him fired. If not, he would have still been there. He would have still been coaching that team the next year, which would have been last year. Now, after last year, I don't know. But, yeah, definitely can't fire Daboll. Can't fire Shade. Can't happen. It's just still way too early, and especially seeing the progress that we had. At the end of the day, people want to call last year a fluke. People want to call it left and right. It's the first time this Giants team has done that in a very long time. Has to be worth something. Ronnie said we need a good, solid right tackle. Man, I thought we would have had it. Man. I thought Evan Neal was going to be the answer, and there's just no way you go into next year thinking that he's going to lock down right tackle. There's no way. He has buzz written all over him, man. He got buzz written all over him. Zachary, he said, to be honest, if we have a high draft pick, I think we should draft a quarterback to start out fresh. Let's be honest. DJ was set up to fail. The Giants failed him when they fired Shermer. DJ was great in Shermer's offense. So, I'm definitely... Here I am. I said I didn't want to talk about draft, but if it comes down to it, I'm not going to focus on it too much. If the Giants are drafting number 1, we're drafting a quarterback. Hands down. Have to. If we're drafting number 1, have to get a quarterback. Drafting 2, have to get a quarterback. If we're drafting 3, have to get a quarterback. We signed Danny for what we signed. But I looked at it like the Chicago situation, and Chicago's a whole different mess. I'm going to start talking about NFL teams, by the way. Not just the Giants. But I'm not just in the Giants, y'all. I am not ditching the Giants. I promise y'all. But there's some topics that I definitely am intrigued by that I want to speak on. But the Chicago Bears is a good situation, right? They had their quarterback, and they just drafted him not too long ago. That was 2 years into the league. They ended up with the first overall pick, traded back, and traded away from that. And Bryce Young, up until this point, hasn't looked fantastic. But if you're drafting number 1, I think if you think that quarterback's nice, you take him. If you think that quarterback is nice, you take him. And for the Giants, are you going to pass up on Caleb Williams? Let's be honest. Are you going to pass up on Drake May? So if that quarterback was really that good, you wouldn't be drafting number 1. That's just what I think. That's just what I think. And even when you look at contract situation, look at Kyler Murray. Kyler Murray's contract, he just received it not too long ago. They're already talking about moving past him. And you can tell it looks like they're trying to tank for possibly another quarterback. And I'm not a big believer in tanking in the NFL, but call it what you want, man. These teams, some teams don't look like they're trying to win. And at this rate, with the offense that we are putting on display right now, how the heck did the Cardinals lose to us? How did they let us come back in a half? How did that happen? So that's where I stand on that. Blitz Brunson, what's going on, my guy? He said the old line can't be that bad. They're learning it from somebody. It's the offensive line coach. He must go. Things would change. And I agree. These players cannot be as bad as they are. Hands down. These players cannot be as bad as they are. You can't draft the offensive lineman where you drafted them and they played this bad. A lot of other teams have bad situations. And I said this after the Seahawks loss. They had a lot of people injured on their O-line, and you didn't hear nothing. You didn't hear a peep. But yet, somehow, some way, the Giants struggling left or right. There's no reason. There's no reason for that to happen. You got to look at Bobby Johnson. You got to look at the coaching staff. You got to look at all these different things. We got linemen that go on to other teams and like rejuvenate their career. Look at Feliciano for the 49ers. Nick Gates on Washington. You look at, what was his name? He's on the Cardinals, the guard on the Cardinals. Will Hernandez on the Cardinals. These guys are playing bad for us, but somehow, some way, when they make it to another team, shoot, they're thriving. You got to look at coaching. You have to. Anthony was good. He said Kafka, Bobby, McGahee needs to go. Yeah, needs to go ASAP. For sure. I've been saying it for McGahee. I don't know why he still has a job. This special teams has been bad for a pretty good time, like a pretty long time, and they just stay bad. Also, Evan Neal wasn't our first option. I think so. I think, like, I agree. Maybe Aquanu, but even Aquanu, like, he hasn't looked fantastic either. It's just, I really wanted him to be the guy, man. I really did. But it's hard to really defend this guy. It's hard. Hard to really defend this guy. Avion, what's going on? Appreciate you for stepping in the chat. He said, is it tank time yet? Yeah, it's too early. It's too early, man. I know we're starting off bad, but we got a good stretch of games that we should be able to win. We still got the Patriots on our schedule. We should be able to beat the Patriots. I'm sorry. I know we're bad, but shoot, they're just as bad as us. There's no way they're better than us. I might have a video on the Patriots coming out tomorrow, man. Y'all stay tuned on that. But yeah, I don't think it's tank time yet. We still have a lot of winnable games. We haven't faced Washington yet. Whatever you thought Washington was, you saw them get whooped by the Bills. So definitely have some teams on our schedule that we can still beat. I don't think it's tank time. There's no way. Excuse me. He said, yeah, definitely. If we draft in top 3, yeah, you have to draft a quarterback. Contract or not, man, you're drafting a quarterback. I'm with you there, Lamar. Avion says, fire Bobby Johnson. He should be gone like yesterday. He should be out like yesterday. That's how fast this man needs to be out. Anthony was good. He said, I'm all for everyone getting their bag, but the NFL overpays these players. It's crazy. For sure. You see overpays happening all the time. And obviously with everything rising, their contracts are even rising, and these numbers look crazy. Say what you want, man. Who knows? If Daniel Jones continues to play the way he does. Dang, man, I keep yawning. I'm so sorry. I worked early this morning. If Daniel Jones continues to play the way he's playing, the Giants continue to lose, draft a quarterback. They have to draft him, and I'm not going to hold you, man. Daniel Jones probably had the best situation he could have had. Best situation he could have had. Of course, we want him to succeed, and still, I want this man to succeed, because I don't think he's as bad as he's showing. I don't. But the Giants failed him. Someone said it earlier, man. The Giants failed him overall. Yeah, Zachary said it. The Giants failed him, setting him up, and they even failed him, after giving him a bag. They gave him the money. This offensive line is still bad. H2O, he says, Kayvon is looking pretty good, though, this year. Aziz is always hurt, bro. He got to go. Yeah, I made that video, a couple weeks ago now. I said we got to trade him. I said we had to trade Aziz. And this is before us looking that bad. It's just Aziz is always hurt. And here he is again. It's no surprise. It is no surprise to me. Damn, I keep yawning. It is no surprise to me that this man's hurt again. Because the definition of insanity is doing the same thing and thinking something is going to change. It's the same thing with this guy. Something got to give. Something got to give, man. We got 13 people in here, man. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. Like the video. Say what's up in the chat. We here talking. We here vibing. And when do you think our next W is going to come? When do y'all think our next W is going to come? Like, I know the Giants are not a great team, but there's definitely some winnable games down the line. Personally, I don't think Sunday night we should be playing. But I don't think we should be playing against the Bills Sunday night, but I definitely think the Giants have winnable games coming up as I'm going to search up the schedule. All right, if we look right here, right? If we look right here, we got the Bills. I requested this weekend off. You want to know why? Because I thought this game was going to be super important. I said, no, I have to watch this game. And, of course, I watch every game. But I said specifically, I need to watch this game because it's going to be a divisional game, the second divisional game that we face. We need to get this W. Shoot, we're going to have one win by the time we face them. My gosh. We're going to have one win. The Jets, I don't care what y'all say, definitely a winnable game. Their defense is tough, but their offense is not that much better than ours. Winnable game. Raiders, winnable game. Cowboys, we're losing again. Commanders is a winnable game. Patriots is a winnable game. The Packers, I thought were nice, and then I saw them what they did against the Raiders. Nah, ain't no way. Winnable game. Saints, listen, I had this penciled in as a W. With that Saints defense, the way he's looking right now, I don't know. And then we got L's here. So are we finishing positive? No. Are we finishing positive? No. But at the same time, too, man, there's some wins out there. We can't give up yet. And yeah. Avion says they made Hyatt a ghost. Yeah, man. No targets again. This is the stuff that I'm talking about where it's just, we got the players and we're just not showing it. We're not doing it. Like, why is this happening? We make these acquisitions, we draft these players, and we're not utilizing them. Then you got guys like Evan Ingram balling out in Jacksonville. This is the type of players that you have on your team, and then you can't use them right. It's bad. I keep yawning, man. I'm sorry. Appreciate y'all for tapping in once again. Zachary, he said Judge made him lose his confidence throwing deep his rookie year. He had the best deep ball in the league. His rookie year, he was actually underrated, man. And everyone touches on it, right? Everyone talks about, once you get tape on a player, things change. But he actually looked good. He just needed to cut down the turnovers. He had 12 interceptions and also had fumbles. He threw his touchdown to interception ratio was half. 24 touchdowns, 12 picks. But keep in mind, he didn't play the first 3 games in that season. Scored 24 touchdowns. And he also missed a game with his ankle injury or something like that. So, yeah, man. Lamar said they failed Eli his last few years of his career, and it continues with GJ. The moment that the offensive line been bad for Eli, it literally just segued on, carried on. So we got here today. Haven't had a good old line in forever. We used to be the guys that run the ball, consistently play good defense, and the game changed, but shoot. There's no reason why all these teams are playing a lot better than us. No reason. Jose, what's good? Appreciate you for joining in, bro. He said that's tough. Yeah, man, it's tough. It's tough altogether, but appreciate you once again. Ronnie, he needs time to throw. He needs a lot more time than he's getting. And keep this in mind, right? I definitely think Daniel Jones has some blaming to do, too. Daniel Jones definitely has some blaming to do. Because he gets a little pocket. He's running, not looking downfield. And he wasn't making these decisions last year, y'all. He wasn't. He was either taking the ball and running it or throwing the ball away. Why do I see him run to the sideline, trying to decide what he's going to do, and then taking a monster hit? Why is this happening with him? He wasn't doing this last year. And I'm starting to think like maybe that O-line really got him like, someone said in a comment, but give him like PTSD. Like he really just doesn't know what to do sometimes. Really doesn't. Lamar, we should have the option to flex his game to 1, please. Because Can we flex this game to like not even aired? I'm kidding, man. I'm too big of a Giants fan to say that, but definitely not on national television, man. Not Sunday night. And at this time, you know, today's Wednesday. If they don't do it by tomorrow, I don't see it happening. It's too much setup with concessions and all these different things and tickets, you know. If it's not flexed soon, which I still don't think it's going to get flexed, but if it's not flexed soon, it's not getting flexed. It's not. HO says, hate getting embarrassed on prime time. I hate it. I hate it because you hear it from everybody. You hear it from everybody. And the funny thing is that the Giants aren't used to playing on prime time. We usually don't get these games. Now, after last season, they gave us all 4 of them in the first 6 weeks of the season. 4 in the first 6 weeks is crazy. It's pretty wild. Zachary said, well, one of the best deep balls in the league. Yeah, no need for correction. I got you, bro. I agree. He definitely, especially his rookie year. Jason was good. Appreciate you for zapping in, man. He said Daniel Jones failed to throw the ball, and he was open on several occasions. I think he's open a lot of times, but like I said, I think he's definitely like on a timer right now, man. Like he is, if he doesn't see it open, he's booking it, not even giving it a chance right now. And I said this after week 1. I keep yawning, man. I said this after week 1. He looked like Sam Darnold. He looked like he was seeing ghosts. Like, he looks like the moment he gets the snap, if it's a second and a half, he's looking to run somewhere. That's what he looks like right now. And it's bad to see because I feel like our quarterback is just not it, man. He doesn't look like a competent quarterback right now. Does he have all the ability to? Yes. But right now, the way he's playing, he does not. He does not. The NFL went OD on our primetime games this season. Yeah, man. Avion, I'm with you, man. I don't know. We won that playoff game, and of course they want to buy in. They got to put us against Buffalo, another New York team. They got to put us against Dallas. They got to put us against the Niners because we're supposed to be competitive. Man, been one of the most boring games. One of the most boring games. Sivion, what's good, man? He said DJ needs to throw with quick and with anticipation. That's the only way he can avoid hits. Interceptions can be blamed on O-line. He definitely needs to react quickly. I think he's almost doing it too fast now. Can we get to 10 likes, y'all? We got 10 people in the building, man. Let's get to 10 likes. I need one more like to hit 10. Appreciate y'all for joining in once again. Make sure we're liking it up. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed before. And say what's up in the chat. Say what's up in the chat. Zachary, he said, I think we have a really big chance of getting Williams. There were only 5 teams he wants to play for because he said he can make more in college than the NFL. And Giants was one of the teams, he said. So I seen that. I don't know how much to really take from that. I don't know how much to really pull from it because I don't know for sure if he said it. I know it's reported that he said it. I don't know how sure it is. Because you see quarterbacks do that, man. You see them do that. You see quarterbacks, if they don't like the situation they're going to be put in, I'm not declaring. I'm going to go back to college. Especially when NIL right now, you're probably going to see that a lot more often. So I believe it. Definitely can happen, but I don't know for sure if he said he wants to play for the Giants because, shoot, playing behind this O-line, I don't know who wants to do that. Man, appreciate y'all for hitting that goal, man. We had 15 likes already. We were sitting below 10. Now we have 15, man. Appreciate y'all for hitting that like button, man. Trying to push this content out there, man. Trying to push it out there. Zachary said, I think we have a... Oh, I'm sorry. I already read that. Sivion, he said, if he does not throw in anticipation, he should be benched. I don't think Tyrod's going to be that much better. And if I'm making a prediction, I think Tyrod will be playing this Sunday. So we're going to see what this offense looks like with Tyrod Taylor. But I think DJ still needs to play. Has to. It's hard to bench a guy when you paid him $40 million. And I don't care about just the money, but he just gives us the best chance to win. If we're trying to win, you have to play him. Man, I keep yawning. Appreciate y'all for joining in once again, man. I can't appreciate y'all enough. We got 12 people in here. We're all out here, man, just venting and just talking about everything, man. I think we can get Lyle Collins. I think we definitely have to. Yeah, DJ has to blame. He stared his first option down all the way. Hits a rookie mistake. This is year 5, no excuses. Year 5, no excuses for sure. That pick 6 against the Seahawks was abysmal. We talked about it before, but that's how much it really stung because that really felt like we lost the game. The game was still a game until he threw that pick six. That's when it really got out of hand. And you don't blame the O-line on that. Can't blame the O-line on that. That was a bad mistake. Jason says, we need to get proven line and get game. Get game. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Sorry about that, y'all. Real quick. Zachary, he said, oh, I'm sorry. Jason, we need to get proven line, man, and get game. I'm not sure about that last part. I did read that. Zachary said, DJ only was getting hated on because he was a Duke quarterback drafted at 6, and everyone laughs, so they have to hate on DJ to make options valid. I'm seeing a lot of stuff where they're talking about, man, you drafted a quarterback from a basketball college. Daniel Jones has the tools. And it's so late. Like, it kind of just gets me tired of talking about it because here we are this late in his career and we're still talking about these things. But Daniel Jones has the ability, man. Everyone has the ability, I feel like, but he literally has the tools. We seen it last year. I refuse to believe that was a fluke from our quarterback. Guess the teams we played, I don't know. But from our quarterback, he has the ability. We just got to put him in those situations. Jason Will says changers in the draft. Changers in the draft? I don't know. Avion said everyone forgot about DeVito. Yeah. That makes me laugh. Because I know half the people are joking, but at the same time too, it's like, can it get worse? Can it get worse than Tommy DeVito? I remember when people were hype about Jake Fromm, and I was one of the guys. I'm like, shoot, maybe Jake Fromm is kind of nice. I watched him on Netflix in that series. I thought maybe Jake Fromm is it. Nah, Jake Fromm didn't live on, and I have a feeling if we throw DeVito out there, he might be in the same situation. But who knows? Do y'all want to see Tommy DeVito? Y'all let me know. Bobby Powers was good. Appreciate you for tapping in. He says Shane went to scout at UNC game twice last year for what it's worth. I think everyone has to do their due diligence. I think everyone needs to see if he's the real deal. And who knows, man? Maybe he was looking for Jordan Addison. Addison was over there too. So maybe he was looking for Jordan Addison. Who knows? Because looking at a QB, I think you still have to do your due diligence, but I don't think he was looking specifically for Caleb. Lamar, he said, took that 5 hour energy to stop the yawning. Yeah, I might need something. I'm actually not a big believer on like energy drinks and stuff like that. I definitely don't like doing drugs. That's how I look at them as. I look at that as drugs. I don't know if I can say that on live. YouTube might snipe me down. But we got 12 people in here, man. Appreciate y'all. Say what's up. Say what's good. Zachary says, I would stare down my receivers too if I had 300-pound guys coming from my head. It's just, I get what you're saying. With that comment. I'm not going to take you literal for sure, but he definitely has a tough situation. But at the same time, too, every quarterback got to deal with that, man. I don't think every quarterback has to deal with his situation where he snaps the ball and in a second and a half he got someone in his face. But like I said, man, he just needs to change things up. Bobby Power says North Carolina. Oh, I got you. North Carolina. I think you're talking about how Joe Shane went to North Carolina. I think so. And I think Drake May is the quarterback out there. So I think that's what you're talking about. But what it's worth, man. I think you have to do your due diligence for sure. And like I said, if the Giants are in position to draft a quarterback, I think you do it. Man. But as we wrap up, in a slow little wrap up, give me one thing, and I need everybody that's in the chat, man. We got 13 people in the building. Give me one thing you want to see this upcoming Sunday night. I know we don't like it's on prime time. I know we don't like facing the Bills, but give me one thing you're looking forward to this Sunday night. Who you need to see a game out of. Any bright spots? We can't even talk about wins right now. Is there any player you want to see develop and make a great play? I want to see Kayvon continue to be a difference maker. He hasn't been the guy that we expected him to be. This guy was going to be drafted over Aiden Hutchinson at one point. Aiden Hutchinson has outplayed him by far in terms of ability, in terms of impact. Aiden Hutchinson's a game wrecker. Kayvon Thibodeau is not that yet. But I want to see him continue to progress. He has 4 sacks, and he only had 4 sacks all last season. So that's something insightful to see. But, yeah, man, Kayvon Thibodeau for me. Want to see him continue to improve. Want to see him make some plays. And shoot, he used to say prime time is for him. And like I said, recently he played a lot better. But shoot, man, I still think he needs to make some plays, man. Make some plays. Still needs to make some plays. Jason, he said, bro, we have the Bills on prime time. Yeah, man. I still think we should flex. I'm on team flex here. I had fear of a second-year slump with Dayball, but not like this. Slump, this is a drop-off. This is a fall-off. I don't know how many of y'all listen to J. Cole, but he's talking about dropping the album, The Falloff. Yeah, this is the fall-off right here. This is bad. Avion, Hyatt targets. I'm assuming you're talking about looking forward to Hyatt targets. At least targets, right? At least targets. Shoot, throwing the ball here or there. Let him see if he can make a play. Lamar says defense follows the eyes. He has to know this. There's no excuses for those type of mistakes, man, for sure. But I also think it's predicated on the offense, and it's predicated on how quick he's trying to get the ball out. Like, I think it's those things that are getting to him. But we gotta shake up the defense with something. Do a stop and go something, man. The truth, no good quarterback in 2019 draft. I look forward to a loss. I want to see Simmons or Banks make a play. I'm with you on that, man. Simmons or Banks. I want to see Banks get an interception, man. I see all these stats about Banks being great in coverage and limiting catches and stuff, and I'm not saying I don't agree with that, but at least see Banks get an interception. And now this is coming from a team that just got their first interception last week, but shoot. When it rains, it pours, you know? When it starts to rain, it starts to pour. So maybe we can see a couple more bars. What the heck? A touchdown by the offense. Oh, hold on. I'm skipping over. I'm sorry. Sivion says, low-key think Joe Shane and Dayball already planned on the contingency for the first pick. What kind of GM think backup guard can be quality center depth? You might be leaking something, my boy. You got the script? Do you have the script? Jason says, a touchdown by the offense. Kayvon been balling, though. Yeah, I agree. I definitely need to see a touchdown by the offense. Have to. Might have to throw a party if that happens. It doesn't happen often anymore. KT effort sucks. On certain plays it shows. But he definitely he has the ability, man. It's just this defense sometimes gets lazy. That's a defense. Sivion says in off season. Oh, backup guard. Sean, I keep reading it as it's spelled. Shane went to Oregon. Maybe he likes Bo Quinn. I think. That's Bo Nix. That's Bo Nix in Oregon, I believe. Now I don't watch too much college football, y'all. Don't get on me for that. I believe that's Bo Nix, though. Is it Bo Nix? Hold on, I'm gonna search it up. And I'm actually not a big believer in that, man. He's been in college forever. Yeah, it is Bo Nix. He's been in college forever. So I definitely don't think he's the truth. But I forgot to say, James, appreciate you for tapping in, man. Lamar, he said, I want to see a win, please. Don't care, and I want to see Hyatt. A win is simple as is, man. A win is simple as is. Ronnie said, you can't put this all on DJ. When he has time to throw, he finds rhythm, and he can throw. I agree. Zachary said, I need to see better offense play calling. I want that offense saw the second half of the Cardinals game. Take out the vets, play the rookies more, switch Paris with Hyatt, keep Hyatt on the field. Yeah, let's throw the ball to Hyatt, please. Hyatt targets is definitely something we got to see. Ronnie says, I need a Hyatt touchdown. I need it. I want a Hyatt touchdown, too. I do, too. James, he said, this offense is terrible. It's bad. It's really bad right now. Sivion says, last year he manipulated safeties with linebackers with his eyes and converted a lot of third downs. This is the stuff that I'm talking about. That's it right there. The manipulation, the making quick reads, looking safeties off, making the right throws. That's what I'm missing with Daniel Jones right now. That's what we're missing. This looks like straight sabotage. Sabotage by Joe, Crosby, and Aiden have high motor. Joe, Crosby, and Aiden. Yeah, it's Bo Nix, my bad. Now you all good, bro. Bo Nix ain't it. I don't think Bo Nix is it either. I know a quarterback we should get. Cam Ward. I actually don't know who that is. Let me set them up real quick. Cam Ward per request. So I saw Cam Ward. He's a Canadian ice hockey player. Now kidding. Football player out of Washington State. Let me see. Washington. Cam Ward out of Washington. I don't think I've ever seen this person. I'm going to show everybody real quick. I don't know if I've ever seen him. I'm going to look into him, though. Let's see his stats. Y'all like that I wrote stats? Let's see this man's stats real quick. 14 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 77.3 QBR. They're 4-1 right now in the Pac-12. I don't know college football like that, but do they play good teams? Has he played against good teams? Good competition? Does that matter? Maybe not, because we've seen quarterbacks play lesser competition and develop. So, never heard of this man, though. Cam Ward, Jr., out of Washington State. Maybe he's the truth. Maybe he is the truth. Y'all let me know. But that is going to wrap it up, man. I appreciate y'all for joining in. We got as much as 16, 18, 19 people in here at one time. Smash the like button. Subscribe down below. What's the tech is still active, man. Got a lot of things going on. But I still plan to be live on Wednesdays. Stay tuned on new videos coming through. Once again, you might see some Giants videos. You might see some other videos. Tap in with all of them, man. I appreciate y'all for joining in and joining the family. Once again, I am just a regular casual dude, and I'm here to chat with you guys. So I appreciate y'all for joining in. I will catch you on the next one. And until next time, man, Giants got to get this dub. Giants got to get this dub, man. Appreciate y'all. Catch you on the next one. Stay tuned for the video tomorrow. And let's go. Road to 10 games still active. Catch you on the next one. Let's go. Big.